Well, if you think your utility bill is high now, believe me, you haven't seen anything yet. You better grab a pencil and paper right now, because we're going to give you the key to maybe being able to stay in your home when things shoot up. Artie Rose, Solar Alliance of America, joins us here this morning. We've talked in the past about the smart meters and so forth, but there is a piece of legislation that has become law and is about to take effect that could drive our electricity rates through the roof.
That's true, Mark. It's called AB32. And some of the viewers might remember back in November on this past election, on the ballot there was a Proposition 23 which was trying to reverse it. It failed. But basically back in 2006, Governor Schwarzenegger signed a law, and it's called the AB32, which basically is a cap and trade. And unfortunately for homeowners, the utility bills can go up quite a bit.
Because what's going to happen here is utility companies are going to be forced to reduce emissions.
Right.
They're the ones that are generating the electricity. It's going to cost them a fortune to do that. They're going to pass the cost on to us. It's a given. That's what's going to happen.
Unfortunately, Mark, and the rates that they're projecting increases can be anywhere from 41 to 59%. What they're trying to do is bring the emissions back to 1990 levels by the year 2020.
So, folks, you can fret and worry about this, or you can take action today. Write down the number, Solar Alliance of America, and we want you to call and make an appointment and have Artie come out to see you. And we'll tell you what he'll do when he comes out to your house in just a few minutes here. But the smart meters that everybody has installed now, just part of this plan to be able to put this new legislation into effect, isn't it?
It is. It's been going on for a couple of years, the smart meters. Most viewers have a smart meter by now. It's taken SDG&E about 2 years to install these meters. And these meters allow SDG&E to raise the rates in the middle of the day. It's what's called time of use rates.
So at the peak times of day, they can charge you more.
Right.
Because they're going to know exactly when you're using your electricity, not just how much, but the exact time of day that you're using it as well.
It can and they will, Mark. This is law. This is not something that might happen. January 1 of 2012, AB 32 becomes legally enforceable, so SDG&E has to.
They have to comply.
They have to comply, which means they have to lower their emissions. And by the way, unfortunately, they may not be able to. So what happens is they have to pay a fee, a tariff.
So either way, they're going to pass it on to us.
Right, either way, right.
All right. So look, folks, if you're like a lot of folks, and maybe you're just a few $100s away from not even being able to pay your mortgage, it's tough making it in San Diego. And if that electric bill goes up, if it doubles, you might be in real trouble. Now, how would you like your electric bill to go away? Now let's talk about solar. Have we got your attention now? Jot down the number. Artie's going to come to your house, a no-obligation explanation of how this is going to work for you. But in general, what are we talking about here?
Well, the biggest thing most viewers, Mark, are thinking about is solar energy is too expensive, and the payback is too long. It just takes too much time to recoup the investment. Let's face facts. These are tough economic times. So the idea of buying a solar system for most homeowners that are going through what we're going through with the gas prices, it's the last thing they'd even consider. But I want them to put that aside for a second and just say, if I could own a solar system, would I? We've developed the #1 rated solar program in the country for people here in San Diego. Let me just share with you what it's about. Number one, we've eliminated the initial investment. There is none. There's no down payment. And we offer people a system. This is generating electricity. It's spinning their meter backwards from day one with no money down, and for 18 months, there's no payments and no interest. For this month, Mark, we're paying the sales tax and we pay for the permits. Now, why is this 18 months important? Most homeowners know there are incentives from the federal government. Well, what are these incentives? These are real dollars. As long as people pay federal income taxes, which most of us do, the federal government will pay for 30% of the cost of your solar system.
So the government's going to give you 30% back. The state gives you back a sizable check. And you don't have to pay anything, folks, for 18 months. And so if you don't take advantage of this right now, I'm scared to death. That's going to be the next great economic disaster in California when the rates go up. So for the first 15 callers?
15 callers, Mark.
Artie will come to your house. Just have your bills laid out, 12 months worth of bills for him. That's all we ask. Your bill should be at least $150 a month, and you need to own your home. Those are the two criteria. If you're one of the first 15 callers and Artie comes to your house here, you'll get a $50 Visa gift card just for the privilege of letting Artie explain. It takes about 20 minutes. If you don't have solar within a couple of weeks after that, I'm going to be shocked. I've got it. My parents do. My neighbors do. And Artie Rose came and explained it to each one of us.
Right. It's really just a matter of taking the time and really, Mark, learning the facts. Instead of saying to yourself, solar's too expensive, it's not for me, why not take 15, 20 minutes? Again, you receive, or the viewer would receive, a $50 Visa gift card. There's no obligation to buy. It's not something that they have to make a decision on now. We'll even give them an estimate that's good for up to a year. If they want to think about it, talk about it, if they want to go out and compare prices with other companies, at least find out the facts of the money that's available today. And by the way, Mark, unfortunately, the tax credits, the state funding, may be gone soon.
It may dry up, so take advantage of it right now. Artie, as always, thanks.
Yeah, great to see you, Mark.
You too, as always. So please, Solar Alliance of America, give Artie a call and get out in front of this thing, and you're going to look like a genius in a very short period of time here. All right.